Hey everyone, it's Alex, and I've been asked the same question over and over and over again tonight. Should I buy X23? Is X23 good? And that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, no holds barred. I'm going to hit you with the absolute truth. Should you buy X23? No. I think you should do a wait and hold pattern at this point. The reason for this is because this card seems like it's far more combo centric and more challenging to integrate directly into a deck than I actually gave it credit for. This card is on paper absolutely broken, but what I'll tell you is that my experience with it would indicate that it is super draw dependent, and often, especially in Destroy, you just don't need that extra mana, and you only really need it on turn 5 or 6 when you want to cheat out that Null or that Zola. But it's so draw dependent, you would have had to have drawn X23, drawn Null, and drawn Zola in the order you needed to actually get the play done while destroying X23 on turn 4. So the circumstances of that combo specifically are kind of hard to pull off, to the point that I streamed this card for our stream was like 4.5 hours. I did not pull that combo once. I never played X23, destroyed it, and then played a Null on 5 and a Zola on 6. It just never happened. So we're going to talk about a couple of the decks that I was experimenting with, give you some ideas. But right off the top, I think that you should be in a wait and see pattern. Do not spend 6,000 K tokens on it, or 6,000 tokens on it. Do not go to the spotlight caches and burn everything. With that being said, those spotlight caches this week are good. X23 definitely is a card with potential. Nebula is a good card, and Silk is very meta relevant right now. So like that's the caches are fine. But with X23 specifically, I think you're in a wait and hold pattern. Let's talk about some of the decks here as I move my microphone ever so slightly. I'm way too tired to do like any fancy edits tonight. So X20 Thanos. Let's talk about a couple decks. So I tried X20 Thanos. The idea of like, these are decks of my design. I was like, you know, I think Thanos would be interesting here, because when you have these stones and you create a destroy functionality here, you're able to kind of cheat out this death really fast. You have the Dakin with the shard. There's so many things you can do, and I like the Nimrod package in this list as well, because you can cheat out the Nimrod with the Time Stone, for instance. Didn't work. It didn't function all that well. I do think that there is something here, and I think there eventually will be an X23 Thanos deck that works really well. I don't think we figured it out yet. I even tried to consider playing something like an Angel, because I was like, you know what, if Angel's so far back in the deck because of the stones, you're thinning your deck by bringing out Angel, redestroying it, reprocking. I think that was interesting. It didn't work. Angel still sucks. Surprise, surprise. X20 Thanos was kind of underwhelming. But I do think there is going to be a point where there's going to be a very good Thanos-based deck with X23. We just aren't there yet. X20 Nimrod. The idea of running like a Nimrod-based package with X23, it just, once again, didn't quite combo right. Because an ideal combination is Shuri 4, Nimrod 5, and then you destroy it with Destroyer, Replicated, or whatever, you Zola, or whatever you want to do. That just seemed to work. You had the magic, and this was kind of the key thing here. You have X23, which allows you to play multiple 6-drops, Null and Zola, Destroyer and Null, Destroyer and Zola, or whatever. But you do it with magic on turn 7, and you have 7 extra energy to do it because, well, it's in a whole extra turn. Naturally, you run the risk of the magic limbo location getting, you know, not Shang-Chi, sorry, Scarlet Witched or Stormed or whatever, or Legion specifically. But still, it's more reliable because you basically have to play it on turn 5, right? And whereas X23, you need earlier to make the ramp work. You have to destroy it minimum on turn 4 for it to do anything that you want. So this deck didn't feel that great either. It just felt like it was missing its identity, and it felt haphazard. It felt like you didn't need X23. It almost felt like Nova was better because you could buff up the Nimrod, right? So X23 kind of landed flat here. And that brings me to another statement here where here's the traditional magical Nimrod deck, right? It's very similar, except it has a much more straightforward play pattern. You have the lad that allows you to reach for the Destroyer if you need it, reach for the Zola if you need it, reach for the Nimrod if you need it. You have Nova, which buffs your board. It had a way more straightforward play pattern, and you didn't really need the ramp because 4, 5, and then 6 is multiple options. What's notable here is it's a Destroy deck that runs America Chavez, which is kind of rare, but you want to push everything forward because you want the Shuri, Nimrod, Destroyer, Shuri, Nimrod, Zola, whatever it is, Venom, whatever, right? You want that line. So I thought to myself, what if we lean towards that idea? If Chavez is okay? What if Chavez is okay with X23? So we made this X20 consistency deck. And the deck kind of felt not great. Because what you were doing is, okay, even with Chavez, you're still reliant on getting Deadpool, X23, and Yondu early. We kind of were, but now you're missing the Lad. You're missing Sabretooth. You're missing pieces, right? And then, like, if you look at the Destroy cards, they're actually pretty competitive, right? Bucky Barnes isn't in this list. Dakin didn't make this list. Nimrod, Destroy. These are all good cards. They're not in this list. So, what gets cut? Yondu's good for null death. You cut Yondu, what do you add, right? It became very interesting to see that, like, okay, you can add Dakin, but, like, you have to make sure that shard gets destroyed. It just didn't feel right yet. And this has kind of been the problem with X23. And even when it was right, and I got X23 early, we were in a situation where we didn't have Null on turn 5 or Zola on turn 6, or we were still missing pieces. And then you draw Chavez on turn 6. Didn't feel right. It just wasn't right. And then what happened is, okay, what if, okay, we started testing discard. What if discard was the one to go? We went to standard discard. Didn't feel great. Because what are you going to do? You get rid of the X23, and then what? You cheat out a Dracula? Then, again, Dracula's not even in your hand. You blow it up with MODOK on turn 5, and then what? You have Chavez Swarms that only use 6 energy anyway, and you have 7? Why? Didn't feel like it mattered. Never mattered. Then we went to Strong Guy. What if we did a Strong Guy based deck? Okay, still. The only thing it really helped for was if you needed to get the Captain Marvel out early or the Strong Guy out early, you didn't get your Zabu, and you happen to be holding X23 and Colleen Wing, you could discard the X23 and then cheat out a Marvel or Strong Guy, whatever, and then play the next one on turn 4. It had a Zabu-like effect, but only if you had Colleen Wing and X23 in your hand on turn 2. Very draw dependent. And again, on turn 6, you have Chavez and your Swarms. It's 6 energy anyways. You don't need 7. So what are you discarding it for with MODOK? Didn't feel right. And then we went to, okay, what if we really try hard to make Destroy work? We get rid of the Chavez. We accept Chavez is not appropriate. We lean on Forge, which is a really good Destroy card right now. We lean into the Deadpool and the Zola. The Nimrod, sorry. The deck was okay. It was okay, but it wasn't good. It didn't feel good yet. It's like we didn't quite get there. So everything about X23 seems to feel like it is just like mid. And I felt like I was crazy. So I like after I rated out and we finished our stream, I was like checking out some other streams. And it seems like other people are consistently feeling like, X23 doesn't feel as good as we thought it would. So here we are, X23. I think that this card is still going to be good. Okay, I still sit beside that. I still believe in it. But I do recognize that perhaps we miscalculated how easy it would have been to get like a null Zola combination on 5 and 6 with this card. It's too draw dependent, and like it's not happening. Like I played so many games of Destroy tonight, and it didn't happen once. Yet, if I play Magical Destroyer, literally this deck, I'm pulling that combo off, the Shuri Nimrod Destroyer, over and over again. Over and over again. Very consistently. And it's not hard. It's just not hard. So you have to ask yourself, like, do you really go extremely combo-centric for what gain? Like, what are you trying to gain with X23? So anyways, I know that was a huge rant, but this card has a lot of hype behind it. I wanted to give you my honest opinion because I played countless games tonight. We tested a ton of different variations of decks. And it wasn't just me. The community, the chat, everyone was trying to like contribute to design ideas and figure it out. We didn't get there. So anyways, guys, I have some gameplay highlights of the card in play. They're super fantastic highlights. Honestly, they're worth watching. I definitely think you should watch them, especially if you're on the fence. I think that you should wait and hold. Save your tokens, save your caches, and decide as the more testing occurs throughout the week, right? With that being said, Twitch drops are legit coming to Marvel Snap. They're coming tomorrow, okay? So if you'd like to get some Twitch drops, I've been streaming since early beta. You know I stream multiple times a week. I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. Guys, follow along on Twitch. I'd love to see you there. I'm going to get you those Twitch drops. You know I am. My Twitch drops are enabled, and we're going to have an absolute blast playing some Marvel Snap tomorrow. Guys, I love you. I hope this video was helpful. And most importantly, check out these gameplay highlights because when it lands, it lands. And Destroy can be super fun. I hope you have fun watching these clips. Oh, we got X23. We also have Valley of the Hand. A Soul Stone. Oh, TVA sucks. TVA's terrible. Get rid of it with your reality stone. I kind of need to save my Killmonger. This sucks. This is a very low tempo Venom play. Awful. Come on, bud. Get rid of this TVA. Oh my gosh. That actually plays pretty good for me. It's not too bad. It's a bit of a wild game thus far.
Time's up.
It's just null left and we win every time? Or do we catch them with their pants down null right? Null right, ship it. I knew Reality Stone was coming. I knew that Reality Stone was coming. We have to do this so that Venom comes back and eats Carnage, I think. I'm not sure how this will play out. Let's see. They Skillmonger? This X23 animation's pretty weak.
Enough said, bub.
No likes it though. Oh yeah, I had multiple Venoms, that's right. It's kind of hilarious. Chavez mid for the memes? I don't think they play oh, they beat us by one with the death. I was not expecting death. We still win. I gotta tell them though, clutch play with the death.
Victory.
With that double dinosaur, funny play. That's in their deck. It's a Thanos list that just ran up their double dinosaur. Interesting game there. I mean, it showcases X23. We ramped like crazy there. We both did. A pretty wild game. I like their call Death Left. That was cool. I like that a lot. That was a fun game. Really fun game. Now here's the thing. We just got X23 opening hand. And we get hit by Icebox. We get X23 in our opening hand and we get Iceboxed. That is literally my life. That's my life right there. That is a perfect example of how my life works. Oh, but then we get Vormir. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Plays the armor. So here's where Deathlock is useful because we don't want to play Venom yet. But also, like, we don't have that much value yet. Like, what am I really ramping her into? I guess I'm ramping Deadpool into the Deathlock, sorry. If this gamer plays Mystique, he deserves it. Cosmo, it's fine. We play Killmonger mid. Thank you for that. That's why Killmonger is such a good card. I think it's safer to do this right now and just stay patient for a sec. I don't love this play. I really don't love this. I was thinking about just trying to use the 5 power to feed Venom, but we don't do that. I think we just do this. It's definitely Death and Null next turn. But top decking Zola would feel awkward. We do this. We can't depend on Zola. We can't just depend on top decking Zola. I don't like playing that game. We have null, we have like we have a great, yeah, so we didn't get the thing we needed anyway. So they do have Infinite, we know this. We know they have Infinite. So Infinite 6 power, 20. Null beats the Infinite on either location. So we have to 50-50 Infinite. Death goes to 23, Infinite beats it. It's not as clear that... I know you're saying we easily won, but... The thing is that if they Moongrol a She-Hulk, that's 18 power spread across the board, you also have the Infinite +1. So we overcommit there. He goes Infinite right, he must lose here. It's double She-Hulk. Yeah. So I knew it was double She-Hulk. We knew that that was why they run Moongrol, but the placement of their cards was kind of hard to determine there. So we way overcommitted on the middle location, which is fine. They overcommit on the right. We end up out-trading left. The Cosmo gave me confidence to play the null. We have Sinister London here, but do we really want X23 just bouncing around? There's the Nova. We kind of want something useful here. I think we Killmonger Forge. We just can't, we can't block off the Sinister London. We gotta be careful here. These damn X23s. It's a very interesting game thus far, though. See, that X23 trolled us really hard. Because we want Nimrod there, but now we won't be able to destroy them. So this X23 killed us. Absolutely killed us. We go Nimrod mid, Deathlock left, open up some space. We hold the Venom. We play Null on turn 6. Perhaps a mistake to play X23 on Sinister London. Space is going to become a factor here. Wow. They wiped their board. So they're playing a Thanos Destroy deck, which is kind of interesting. So it might be similar to the shell I had prior. Wow. They just lose their Carnage. We draw a Carnage here or what? Deadpool. I know he bounces back, but I don't... He only bounces back guaranteed on Sinister London. I think we just do this. Because I don't want him landing in a position where he doesn't get wiped off the board if we're going to try and run up these Nimrods. We want to go mid here and then draw Carnage or something. We go right. Useless. Okay. X23 goes mid just to troll us. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, so they're trying to play like a Thanos X23 list, which is very similar to what we did to start this night, actually. So the way this play works out here, it's definitely Carnage mid into Null left. Null replicates wherever it has to go. Is this guy high? He just did my work for me, but my Carnage though. He pulls the big Thanos though. a pretty big win.
Victory.
I joked about it on the Snapchat, by the way. I'm like, why are people Shang-Chi Nimrod? I see this all the time. I see people Shang-Chi Nimrod all the time. I don't understand why that's happening. Death's Domain. So what are Twitch drops? So basically Twitch drops, what happens is when you watch a stream, you gain access to things in the game just for watching. They're playing a destroy deck as well. Surprise, surprise. Derp, derp. We got him on null. Yeah, you got to get that Max Grecki Spider-Man. That's such an iconic card too. That is like low-key a fantastic variant. I've always loved that variant. Shauna, that is a Camp Lehigh Shauna. And did they just get Deadpool or is it land? The Deadpool lands, I can't believe it. Hilarious. Actually kind of wild.
Enough said, bub.
Enough said, bub. Hey, it's X23, we're gaming now. We are gaming now. Damn, oh, I don't need to destroy. What am I doing? I can just do this. Why am I so intoxicated? I was like, yo, let me set up the combo. I don't need to set up the combo. I just need to do this. I guess we're going to be Zolaing this Deadpool. Actually, we talked about this on the Snapchat. We actually weren't 100% sure how the Deadpool interaction worked with Zola. I'm pretty sure when you Zola the Deadpool, you get one in your hand and they replicate left and right. Like, I'm pretty sure it does everything and it's kind of weird. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be like that, but it is like that, if that makes any sense. This null's absolutely just fat. See, this X23 just trolled our null. Trolled it hard. We can't do that. You don't think that's a little weird? Yeah, that's their Deadpool that they meant to draw the entire time. Taco Deadpool. Oh, their Deathlock is clutch because it pulls their Deathpool out, but I think it's a bit late for that.
Enough said, bub.
We want this X23 to get the hell out of this location. Go somewhere else. You... F word. I'm not 50-50ing X23. He's gonna play null himself, right? We gamba. Why are we even playing the game? We don't gamba. Bruh. Now we're really gambling. Come on! No!
Victory.
Wait, did I win? It was never in doubt. It was never in question. You know what we gotta do, guys? There's only one thing we can do. Get those Cosmo Jams ready.